Hi, my name's Tony and I'm from the Sup Company, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the all-new JP GT-S. So here we are with a brand new model from JP. And this here, the 12'6" GT-S, is one of two models in the GT-S lineup, this being also available as a 14-foot model. It's also available in two constructions, and this here is the one at the better value price point. It's called a Biax construction. There's also the GT-S available as a full carbon model as well. That's going to save you a couple more kilos in weight overall, but it is going to take a few more pound notes out of your pocket. Overall though, the Biax construction, do you know what? It's really robust. This board does come in at 15.5 kilos. It is on a slightly heavier side, but to be honest with you, that construction is great in that it's a very, very durable one, and it's one that's going to stand the test of time. Let's run you through though from the nose down to the tail, as we do in all of our videos here at the Sup Company. And it's the nose on this board that is equally as striking as the tail, but we'll get to that in just a second. But the nose, very piercing, quite arrow-like. The way in which it enters the water is it is going to aid tracking no end. We found that very early on when we've been out paddling the board, is the board just wants to stay straight and true. When you do come to turn it though, well, you know, you're going to have to release the nose, work with your footwork down towards the back of the board slightly, and just get the nose to lift clear of the water surface, and it slides around, not a problem at all. But in terms of tracking and covering distance, yeah, it really, really is a good move on JP's part. And you can see they put a lot of thought into this board. As you come back down the rails though, they are quite rounded, quite high aspect, in high apex in the front of the board. But they fill out very, very quickly to the overall width, and it has a very, very parallel outline all the way down to the tail. But the rails themselves become quite slab-sided, and we've seen a lot of that on flat water, dedicated performance race boards. And that's what the GT-S is kind of blurring the lines of, is as a performance flat water board. You're probably not going to go and blast around a race course in this, but you are going to take those race-inspired design touches and see it when you are out in the water, recreationally paddling across mirror glass water, and yeah, you're going to be flying. The slab sides though, they make a big difference to stability. Now, notably, when we come to the underside of the board, you'll see, but it's very, very flat, and that's generating a reasonable amount of lift. But there's not adding a huge amount in order to secondary stability. So they've sought that secondary stability from the rails, and they are extremely slab-sided, as I say, and it kind of gives, you find that as the board sits in the water, it's almost given a hug. And it's there, and it just gives a very locked-in feel, and that increases stability, but it also aids the tracking. The deck area I really like. You can see there's a small concave underneath this cargo bungee area on the front. That's just going to help retain your gear. As you do come back though into the board, another feature that adds to stability in terms of the standing area is, well, it's dug out. It's about 1.5 inches deep, and that not only provides a very secure feel for your footwork and your feet and keeps you dry, but by lowering your center of gravity within the board, it aids stability yet again. Another feature though with this deck area is, well, that deck area gets deeper as it works towards the tail. So it just naturally wants to drain. So there's no need for holes either through the bottom of the deck for drainage or out the sides, which are really going to kind of add drag to the overall board. But in having it flow off towards the tail, it's quite natural in that, and it keeps the board very performance orientated. The deck though itself is very clear, a nice crocodile skin deck finish here on the EVA deck pad, and that transitions to a diamond cut deck pad. So if you are working your way down the board, it just helps you orientate it underfoot. And then we've got the tail, and the tail's quite unique on the GT-S. We've seen it in a few other flat water performance orientated touring shapes of some other brands, but this here is probably one of the most striking we've seen to date. And you kind of got to credit JP for that, and that they're kind of pushing touring boards now as far as, well, we've seen anyone else do in this flat water kind of environment. And that there is reducing the wetted surface area in the tail, but it's still ensuring that the overall length of the board is being maximized, and that's ensuring that you achieve not only good acceleration, but you're able to maintain a really high top speed. Let's take the board though, as we do in all of our videos, and just roll it up onto its rail for you there so you can see the underside. And as I said earlier on, it's very, very flat. A little bit knife-like finish in the front there that's just an A tracking, but that soon flattens off, and we have a very, very clean underside that runs to a standard US fin box that comes with a glass hex fin from JP. So in summary, if you're out there looking for a very performance-orientated flat water board, one at an exceptional price point, but one that delivers time and time again, well, do you know what? I'd seriously take a good hard look at the JP GT-S lineup. This board will be available to demo here at our test centre in Southampton, so give us a call. Thanks for watching our video. If you've got any questions about what you've seen, why not give us a call in the shop or head over to thesupco.com. To stay up to date with all of our videos, why not hit the subscribe button up here, but to see the next video in our lineup, well, take a look up here.